What things don't you know about Valak, the demon nun from the Conjuring universe? Welcome to Friday Night Ghost Frights from Haunted Road Media. I'm author and ghost historian Mike Ricksecker. Explore with us. Tonight we're exploring 10 things you don't know about Valak, including the demon's possible connection with the Garden of Eden. Number 1. Valak the demon isn't a nun. That character was created for the Conjuring movie universe. Valak the demon was actually a boy riding a two-headed dragon according to the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum in 1583 and other Goetic grimoires throughout the ages. He is considered a great president of hell, has the power to give true answers of hidden treasures, where to find serpents, and has dominion of over 30 legions of devils. Given his cherubic appearance of innocence, Valak is known to lure victims to terrible ends. Number 2. The Abbey in the movie The Nun is supposed to be the Abbey of St. Carta, or the Carta Monastery, in Romania, but the location that was actually used in filming was Corvin Castle, also in Romania, which was built around the same time as the Carta Monastery stopped being a monastery. Corvin Castle is famously known as the castle in which Vlad the Impaler was kept prisoner. The real Carta Monastery mostly sits in ruins, originally built in the early 1200s, and is rumored to be one of the most haunted places in all of Romania. Reported spirits who haunt the abbey are the monks who were buried in the courtyard, as well as soldiers from World War I who are also buried there. Number 3. The Nun character in the Conjuring movie universe was inspired by an offhand conversation director James Wan had with Lorraine Warren when she mentioned once encountering a swirling vortex with a dark hooded figure at the center. When creating The Conjuring 2, Wan wanted a demonic character that would test the faith of the film version of Lorraine. Recalling the conversation with the real Lorraine Warren about the dark hooded figure, the nun character of Valak began to take shape. Number 4. The climax of The Conjuring 2 comes down to Lorraine Warren recalling Valak's name and using the name to defeat the demon. This name is foreshadowed in earlier scenes in the background. The first occurrences are in a kitchen scene between Ed and Lorraine. On the windowsill behind Ed are colorful letters that spell out V-A-L-A-K, while behind Lorraine is a wooden heart decorated with the letter V, with the rest of the name spelled out on the wall border. In a later scene with Lorraine and her daughter Judy, the Valak letters are wooden cutouts on the bookcase, while Judy is putting together a beaded necklace with the name. Number 5. The Nun cameos in Annabelle Creation were rather blatant. Valak the Nun appears in a post-credits teaser which shows the demon walking down a hallway with lit candles going out as she moves past them. The more interesting cameo was of Valak the Nun appearing in the background of a photo Sister Charlotte possesses, placing her in the Abbey before the events of The Nun. What you might not know is that while Sister Charlotte doesn't appear in The Nun, the photo does, hanging on the wall in the Abbey. Number 6. Valak is first presented to the audience as an evil nun during a vision Lorraine Warren sees at the Amityville horror house at the beginning of The Conjuring 2. However, Valak had nothing to do with Amityville. A total of 3 seances were held at the house by the Warrens, which culminated in Lorraine's simple summation that whatever is here is, in my estimation, most definitely of a negative nature. The famous photo of the ghost boy was also taken during the days of the seances, but unlike the depiction in the movie, the ghost boy did not lead Lorraine to Valak. Number 7. Likewise, Valak had nothing to do with the Infield poltergeist case, which turned out to be the premise of The Conjuring 2. In this film, Valak is the evil entity behind the hauntings of the house in Infield, ultimately possessing Janet Hodgson, with Ed and Lorraine Warren saving the day. Truthfully, the Warrens were barely involved, showing up uninvited for only a day to interview the family. Number 8. The character of Valak has been played by multiple people. Most people are aware that the demon nun was portrayed by actress Bonnie Aarons. However, in The Conjuring 2, Valak also took the form of the Crooked Man, the character of which was played by actor Javier Botet. Number 9. The real Valak demon of legend is attributed to the cause of many historic atrocities. It's been said that he was the one who inspired 2 teenagers to lead the 12/12 Children's Crusade to the Holy Land, resulting in thousands of teenagers being sold into slavery. It's also said by some that Valak was involved in the events in Hamelin, Germany in the year 1284 that eventually became the legend of the Pied Piper. While the piper stealing the children away is most likely an embellishment of the truth, there had been a record in 1384 that commemorated the event as 100 years since our children left. Valak is also claimed to be behind the Reign of Terror in France from June 1793 to July 1794. Number 10. Perhaps the most controversial legend of Valak is that the demon was at the Garden of Eden. One theory suggests, because of his knowledge of snakes and of hidden treasures, that Valak could be the one who tempted Adam and Eve and actually be responsible for the fall of humankind. Taking the form of the serpent, this theory suggests that it was Valak who slipped into the garden to offer Eve the fruit from the tree of knowledge, itself a hidden treasure, that doomed she and Adam. Or could it be, since Valak had dominion over so many legions of devils, that he sent one of them to the Garden of Eden as the serpent? It's an interesting theory, and probably the most unique concerning a current pop culture icon now disguised as a nun. If you want to learn more about Valak or other demons, please check out our other demon videos off to the side. I'm Mike Ricksecker. Until next Friday night.